1. Baker Hotel, Mineral Wells, Texas. The Baker Hotel opened in Mineral Wells, Texas in 1927 in response to the growing popularity of the town's mineral water. It became an iconic destination for travelers, with the likes of Judy Garland, Marilyn Monroe, Bonnie and Clyde, and various other notables visiting. Earl Baker closed the hotel in 1972, on his 70th birthday, and it has been abandoned ever since. The hauntings began here long before the hotel closed its doors. There are two main spirits that still lurk inside the hotel's walls, and several witnesses have claimed to see them. One is a ghost of a bloody-nude woman on the 7th floor, possibly the mistress of the hotel manager. Apparently the emotional stress from the affair got to her, and she jumped from the balcony to her death. Other people claimed to have seen the ghost of a man who was killed after being caught in an elevator door. 2. Presidio La Bahia, Goliad, Texas. This fort, originally founded in 1721, was the site of many Texas Revolution conflicts, including the Battle of Goliad and the Goliad Massacre. Folks have reported seeing ghostly massacred soldiers and hearing their cries of pain. As you can imagine, this site still houses many angry, scared and hurt spirits of soldiers, and their cries of pain can be heard during the night. Also, some witnesses have reported seeing apparitions of soldiers here. 3. La Carafe, Houston, Texas. Dating back to before the Civil War, the second floor of this building is said to be haunted. Guests have reported seeing the apparition of a large African-American man walking around upstairs, and have heard heavy footsteps and the sound of a body being dragged across the floor. This old wine bar is actually still open for business today, and is believed to be the oldest bar in the city of Houston. 4. Spaghetti Warehouse, Houston, Texas. Located in the heart of downtown Houston, this restaurant used to be a pharmaceutical warehouse, and prior to that a cotton storage facility. Most of the ghostly activity happens on the second floor, where legend says that the owner of the pharmaceutical company met a tragic death while working in the elevator late one night. His wife is said to come looking for him after the restaurant has closed at night. Employees washing dishes often see a lady in white walking around, supposedly the man's wife, and notice table settings and chairs rearranging themselves spontaneously. 5. Littlefield House, Austin, Texas. The Littlefield House is a historic home in Austin, Texas, on the campus of the University of Texas at Austin. The home was built in 1893 for Civil War veteran George Littlefield, who was a successful businessman in the bank and cattle trades and a major benefactor to UT. It was designed using the popular Victorian style at a cost of $50,000. While living in the house, Major Littlefield and his wife Alice made a tremendous number of contributions to the university, including funds for the Littlefield Fountain, the main building, and the Littlefield Dormitory. They also developed the Littlefield Building downtown, finished in 1912, allegedly haunted by the original mistress of the house, Alice Littlefield. She is variously reported to have been either insane or possibly agoraphobic. Whatever the case, it appears that she rarely left the house in life, and it is claimed that her ghost still haunts it to this day. People claim to see and hear her ghost restlessly roaming the upper stories, and some claim that she will occasionally play the old piano that is there. 6. White Sanitarium, Wichita Falls, Texas. The F.S. White Sanitarium, located at the corner of California and Olin Roads, opened in 1926 under the direction of Frank S. White, a man who had been superintendent at the state asylum in Austin before the turn of the century. He first advocated providing a non-institutionalized lifestyle for his patients to diminish the effects of the asylum itself on their sanity. He ran the facility for just 5 years before retiring for health reasons. In 1939, the building was abandoned after it was damaged due to severe flooding. The building remained a local haunt for daring teens until 2002, when Gilbert Rios, who was 70 years old at the time and retired, purchased the building for $15,000. A measly price for such a vast estate. There were so many tales of horror and hell associated with the asylum that most investors wouldn't touch it. One MSU student told a tale of high school friends discovering abandoned manacles in the asylum's basement. Local residents tell stories of ghosts seen playing cards, as well as unexplained screams heard coming from the direction of the asylum in the dark hours of the night. 7. The Grove, Jefferson, Texas. The Grove, also known as the Stilly Young House, located in Jefferson, Texas, is an 1861 historic home that is listed on the National Register of Historic Places, and is a recorded Texas historic landmark. The house has also been called the most haunted place in Texas. The Grove's history dates back to the 19th century, when the property was purchased and the house that became known as the Grove was built. In her later years, she was terrified of the spirits. She had a security light installed in the garden because she would see people outside walking around, who disappeared when she turned on the porch light. She called the police several times a week in her later years to report that someone was in the house with her, but the officers never found anyone else there. Finally, she moved into just a few rooms of the house, letting the rest of the place start to deteriorate. Long before then, back in 1882, the Grove was sold to a man named T.C. Burke. He moved his family in, and they moved right back out, with the only explanation being that they couldn't live in that house. 8. Bragg Road Ghost Lights, Saratoga, Texas. Located in Texas between Beaumont and Livingston, approximately 16 miles west of Counce, Texas. The dirt road runs north-south starting at the south end at a bend on Farm to Market Road 787, that is 1.7 miles north of the intersection of FM 787-770. Near Saratoga and ending at the north end at Farm to Market Road 1293 near the ghost town of Bragg Station. The cause of the light has not been established, but one common explanation is that the light is the result of car lights from a nearby highway. In 1902, Gulf, Colorado and Santa Fe Railway hacked a survey line from Bragg to Saratoga, bought right-of-way and opened the big thicket forest with a railroad. And the Saratoga train began its daily trips to Beaumont, carrying people, cattle, oil and logs. When the area's oil booms and virgin pine gave out, road crews pulled up the rails in 1934. The right-of-way was purchased by the county and the tram road became a county road. Everybody in East Texas knows about this famous legend. It goes like this: on most nights, you can see a light flicker on and off in the distance when you drive down this old logging road. It's said to be the lantern of a railroad worker searching for his head after being decapitated in a train accident. The best way to experience this is to ride in the bed of a truck with hot chocolate on a cool fall evening, a few weeks before Halloween. The activity usually picks up a lot around that time, plus everything is just way scarier around Halloween. 9. Bragg Road Ghost Lights, Saratoga, Texas. A beautiful Victorian-style historical mansion with gardens on 35 acres and a creek flowing through and built on Indian burial grounds and the historical battlegrounds post-fall of the Alamo. From before 5000 BC to around 1000 AD, this area was the site of Native American encampments. Artifacts from this time can still be found here. When the Mexican army invaded Texas a second time in 1842, reinforcements from Gonzales drew General Adrian Wall and his men to a place on Salado Creek where a short battle took place. This occurred in and around the area where the house presently stands. A variety of ghostly activity has been claimed at this current wedding venue. Full-body apparitions, dolls moving location, eerie music, cold spots, doors opening and closing under their own volition and other haunted happenings. 10. Stewart Mansion, Galveston, Texas. Galveston is thought to be approximately 5,000 years old. It was called the Isle of Doom in 1528 by shipwrecked sailors. The Spanish then called it the Isle of Snakes due to the abundance of reptiles. The control of the property that the Stuart mansion sits on has gone through multiple hands over its life. Historic homes, museums and attractions are abundant on haunted Galveston Island, many within walking distance of each other. Galveston offers 13 historic homes and museums. All of the historic homes predate the 1900 storm, which took the lives of 6,000 people. A multi-image documentary on the hurricane titled The Great Storm is shown daily at Pier 21. Peter Haviland's investigation was held here in 2003. Orbs captured on film and several EVPs. That's all of top 10 most haunted places in Texas. Let us know what you think by comments below. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe.